there, folks. Welcome back to Saturday Fright Theater. I'm your host, Eric William, and we've got a special treat for you tonight. That's right, folks. We are back in Winchester, Virginia at Genre Blast 4. Can't believe it's been 4 years already of this fantastic festival. We're at the Alamo Drafthouse, like I said, in Winchester, Virginia, and we've got a heck of a show for you. Not only do we have interviews from all the top filmmakers here at Genre Blast, but we actually are going to show you a movie tonight. So tonight's movie is 1973's Don't Look in the Basement. I'm not going to look at the basement, so you shouldn't either, because you know what? We've got great people right here at Genre Blast. So I tell you what, without further ado, let's take you into Act 1 of Don't Look in the Basement, and we're going to get back here to the action at Genre Blast 4. So we'll see you back here real soon.
Now look careful. I just heard them, Sam. It's got to be them, Sam. It's almost 1930 hours. They would have left an hour ago. I think that's them. Hear them, Sam, real low. Watch, above those trees.
Are they really coming, Sergeant?
You wait. They do this every night. Sam, what's that? Right through there.
I don't like it when you say they're coming, Sergeant. It scares me.
It's all right, Sam. It's all right now.
Shall I tell him, Jenny?
Yes, and you both come away from the window. It's been longer than 10 minutes now.
Sergeant, Jenny says it's all right now. Come on, it's all right. Jenny, if they do come, will I see them?
No one's ever seen them, Sam. Now let's not be late for supper again, shall we? Baby, baby, baby. Supper's in a few minutes, Harriet. You'll have to leave your baby here. You know the rules in the dining room. Later you can come back to her when you finish.
Don't touch my baby. Don't you ever touch my baby again.
All right, Harriet, I won't touch your baby.
You better not. You know what will happen to you. I'll kill you. I swear to God, I'll kill you.
Ready to eat, Sam?
Oh, every night. Dr. Stevens makes me eat the soup. I bet you don't know how many kinds of soup I've eaten, Jenny. Come on, guess.
I don't know, Sam.
Oh, Jenny, when can we put my boat in the water?
Sam, there's something I've got to tell you. We've been friends for a long time now. But I'm going to have to leave now. I'm going to have to say goodbye.
Goodbye? That means you're going to leave me, Jane? We can't play with the boat?
I'm sorry. Oh, I miss you, Sam. But I just can't take this any longer. Oh, I know you don't understand. When you're ready, come eat your supper. I'll be in to join you later on. Right now, I have to go and talk to Dr. Stevens.
Hey, Jennifer. Jane is going away. Would you have me put my boat in the water? I bet Janie didn't say goodbye to you, neither. I bet you.
use the axe, Judge. Listen to me, Judge. Use the axe, Judge. Go ahead, Judge. Use the axe. Use it. Again, Judge. Once more again. Strike out. Harder, Judge. Now again. That's it, Judge. Hit it again. And again. Strike it. Strike it.
Dr. Stevens, I must speak to you.
Yes? What is it, Jane? He's doing very well tonight. Can you sense how each stroke reaches down, freeing some part of his conflict? Perhaps just a cell or two of the unconscious brain, yet he's reaching it. Reach for it, Judge.
Dr. Stevens.
Yes.
Doctor, I've come to a decision about all this. I just can't take it any longer. Harriet threatened me again tonight. I'm leaving. Well, you said you had someone else coming out tonight, someone to help.
I can't accept that decision, Janie. You're a professional. I won't allow you to do it.
Put it down, Judge. Put it down, Judge. Put it down.
Judge! 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 Put it down, Judge. Put it down, Judge. Put it down. That's right. Oh, God. Oh, how did this happen?
I don't know.
Oh, get out of here. Judge. Judge. We're not going to do anything foolish. Get the axe, Sam. Very quietly, we're going to walk into the house. Come on, Judge. Don't look at Dr. Stevens. I'm going to help you. Come on, quietly. Quietly, calmly. That's right. Into the house. I'm coming with you. That's right, Judge. Sam, put the axe down on the ground. Sam, listen to me. From now on, I'm going to take care of the family. I'm going to take care of Cameron and Janie and all the others. Do you understand?
But Janie's leaving.
Oh? All right, listen to me. I'll be back in a few minutes to tell you what to do with Dr. Stevens. Do you understand me? I'm coming, Judge. That's right, quietly, calmly.
Don't cry, baby. Don't cry. I'll get your bottle. Here's your... Harriet, what's wrong? What have you done to my baby child? Nothing. You took my baby. No. You took the child away from me. No. You took my baby.
Jeannie, the lady.
Go to your room now, Sam.
Hey there, folks. Eric William here with Saturday Fright Theater out here at Genre Blast 4 in Winchester, Virginia, and I've got Shawn with me. I was lucky enough to meet Shawn at the Scream Team release, the table, actually, down here. It's Genre Blast. And I drug him up here to the secret room here at Genre Blast. It was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. But anyway, Shawn, for the folks out there, introduce yourself and tell them how I found you here at Genre Blast.
Sure. I'm Shawn Jones. I'm here promoting my new Blu-ray, Camp Killer, which is paired with Maniac Farmer on Scream Team releasing. We came back to Genre Blast. Basically, Justin, who runs Scream Team, and we ended up being together on the festival circuit with The Barn and Camp Killer for about 2 years. So we're finally, we came together. He has a great label, so it was a good opportunity to get more eyes to the project.
Awesome. And you actually sold me on, it was pretty easy. I'm actually a pretty easy sell. But you sold me, I believe it was a Camp Killer. You said it was Friday the 13th, Part 6.
Meets My Dinner with Andre, yes.
Meets My Dinner with Andre. Now, if you can, for the folks, again, out there that maybe aren't lucky enough but would want to go to Scream Team releasing and purchase this Blu-ray, can you tell us a little bit about that storyline?
About the storyline. So basically, the pitch for the movie was the sheepdog and the wolf, old Looney Tunes cartoons, where it's Dr. Loomis and Michael Myers at the end of the movie.
Right.
So it's just the sheriff and the killer at a bar discussing 30 years of, slasher movie exploits. So we give the fans what they want with the mock slasher movie at the beginning of the movie. Then we kind of just deep dive into the conversational point of it, and then we come back around for an action piece with the final girls.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's fun, and our mask is done by Anders Eriksson, who does the Nightmare gloves, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's the scariest thing in the movie. Even though I wrote the movie, I'll still say the mask is the scariest thing in the movie. And we have Ari Lehman, first Jason, playing the bartender in the movie. So, I just wanted that connection with Friday the 13th, and it's fun. It just tears it all down, builds it up again. Basically, I got tired of seeing, 1,000 micro-budget slasher movies that were just paint by numbers, no humor, very serious. So I just wanted to kind of give it my own voice and do one for myself.
Well, it sounds like you accomplished it. And like I said, it was an easy sell for me because as soon as you gave me the pitch, I was like, all right, I'm buying it. And now it was actually partnered on a double feature there with, was it Maniac Farmer?
Maniac Farmer, yeah. It's like they're both kind of deconstructionalist horror movies, so it fits well. And just with all the bonus features, we've got documentary, Q&A, commentary, the actual 1990 VHS shot short film that my movie was based on is on there, and it's just a great little package, Makes it fun. It's like, if you like one, you like the other, you pick up the disc, and then maybe you like the partner film.
Yeah. That's awesome. And then where can folks out there find it online? Where can they go and buy this Blu-ray?
You buy it on ScreamTeamReleasing.com. So, yeah, check it out.
All right. And I tell you what, do you have any projects in the works here that you're working on right now, a little something that's gnawing at you in the back of the mind that you're working on?
Well, I certainly do have things like that I can't talk about right now. But my partner, Jimmy Oberil, and I, we've been doing Chainsaw Sally for about 15, 17 years now, and it's possible that we'll be doing some more with her in the next couple of years.
Awesome. Okay. And then to tell you what, for website, social media, how can we find out more about you out there and follow you along?
And the best thing to do is just go on to my Facebook page. It's just Facebook Camp Killer, and you can Camp Killer Movie.
Okay.
And all updates, trailers, clips, all fun stuff that I have will be on there.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, Shawn, thank you so much for joining us here on the show. And we got lots of Genre Blast. And I got to get you back to the table because I don't think anybody was watching it. So we'll get you back to the Genre Blast 4 here. And, folks, we're going to get you back to the movie right here on Saturday Fright Theater, where every night it's a frightful night when you're watching the movie. See you back soon.
Have you been standing there long?
Why, no. In fact, I just this minute came in. I didn't see anyone.
I'm Dr. Masters, Geraldine Masters. Am I expecting you?
Well, perhaps Dr. Stevens hasn't mentioned my coming. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Charlotte Beale, RN Psychiatric Therapy.
Beale?
Yes, I'm to get settled in tonight. I'm starting with Dr. Stevens first thing in the morning.
Well, perhaps you'd better go into my office this way. Have a seat. Now, would you mind telling me again just who you are and exactly what you're doing here?
Dr. Masters, I'm sorry you haven't been informed about my coming. You see, Dr. Stevens hired me, about a week ago, I think it was. Yes, on the 20th. I had heard about Dr. Stevens' unusual psychiatric methods and called for an interview. He liked my training and background and said he was terribly short on qualified help and asked if I would start this next week, which is today.
Now, just wait a minute, Miss Beale. First of all, I was not informed about your coming here. And secondly, I feel sure that Dr. Stevens would have brought this up with me if he'd reached a decision about you.
Dr. Masters, certainly there can't be a mistake. Oh, perhaps it's just an oversight and you
That's
weren't
just the point, Miss Beale. Dr. Stevens would not have made an oversight. Not about something as important as increasing our staff, not when there are just 3 of us. Normally, 3 of us on the staff.
You know, perhaps I really should go in to see the doctor. He's expecting
Miss
me.
Beale, I have something very unpleasant to tell you. We've had a tragedy here. We've lost Dr. Stevens. He was viciously attacked by one of the patients, and he died shortly afterwards. So you can see this is just not the time to discuss any of this. Well, surely you can understand how his death has greatly changed things. And naturally, I've taken over in his place. But since I wasn't informed about your coming here, I feel no need to keep any minor commitment that he may have made. Well, certainly not now. See, I'm changing some administrative objectives, and what Dr. Stevens had in mind may not be exactly what I'm planning. Well, not now.
I just can't believe Dr. Stevens is dead.
We have to accept that, Miss Beale. I just don't believe you could be of any help right now.
Dr. Masters, I gave up a perfectly good job to come here. They wanted me to stay, but I left.
What place are you talking about?
Green Park General Hospital. I was supervisor of the psychiatric
I'm not
ward.
questioning your qualifications. Did Dr. Stevens talk with your supervisor about your leaving?
Oh, I'm sure he did. Besides, I showed them this letter of acceptance from Dr. Stevens.
Then they knew about your coming here, then?
Why, yes.
Do you have any place to go from here, Miss Beale?
Well, frankly, no. Unless, of course, Green Park would consider taking me back. I suppose I could tell them what's happened here, about Dr. Stevens, and about your taking over. Perhaps they would make some sort of consideration.
Miss Beale, frankly, I have a very difficult decision. There have been some abnormal reactions with a few of the patients. Dr. Stevens trusted them. He treated them as though he were their father. So realistically, this has been a death in the family. Now my job is to recreate that trust. I doubt seriously that Green Park would take you back, and it'd be very awkward trying to explain all of this, so... Well, since you're here and Dr. Stevens did make the commitment, I guess you might as well start in the morning.
Thank you, Dr. Masters.
Now, you must understand that I'm not offering you anything of a permanent nature. It takes a very special attitude to work here.
Dr. Stevens told me that.
Dr. Stevens believed that insanity was not a breaking away from reality, but rather a very complex series of obsessions. Psychiatrists have always tried to reverse that, bring the patient back to normalcy, but Dr. Stevens believed the opposite. He believed that these obsessions could be pushed, forced to grow so large, so ominous, that the patient would have to use his own strength to destroy them.
Really? That's a very interesting theory.
We live and work very simply here, Miss Beale. Our patients are all people who are unloved, unwanted, forgotten. So we're a family, their family, and everyone helps with the chores. Well, now, I'll show you to your room. I'm afraid there's no connecting back.
I'll take it.
This is it. I hope you'll be comfortable. I have a lot of things to do now, so if you'll come into my office in the morning, we can go over your routine.
Thank you, Dr. Masters.
Good night.
Oh, Dr. Masters, where are the patients' rooms?
Well, they're right next to yours and upstairs. As I said before, we're a family, and it's for that reason there are no locks on any of the doors. Dr. Stevens didn't believe in the doctor-patient relationship. Good night.
Good night.
Should go rushing around like this alone. Get out, and never, never come back, never.
Get out? Why get out? There's no reason.
Oh, there's plenty of reason.
My name is Charlotte. What's yours?
Up the airy mountain, down the rushing glen, you never can go hunting for fear of little men.
These are just a few of our little family. You'll have an opportunity to meet them all later. Danny, behave. Behave.
Oh, it's true. Dr. Stevens tells me what he wants.
Sam.
He's very sad this morning.
Why is he sad, Sam?
Because everything's changed now. Like that Miss Charlotte. And there's some others.
My baby's very sleepy. Very sleepy. Charlotte's name is Miss Beale. That's what you're supposed to call her.
Dr. Stevens calls her Miss Charlotte. He's very worried this morning.
Oh, hush it up, Sam. Leave us alone.
Sam.
Janie didn't say goodbye to you. She wasn't your friend.
Sam, it's time. Are you ready?
Oh, shoot, Sergeant. Do I have to? Oh, all right.
Prisoner's inside. Guard that door carefully.
Oh, all right, Sergeant. What do you want me to stand? Right here?
That's right. And you'll not leave it.
Oh, Sergeant. Are you coming back?
That's Danny. Yes?
The guard is posted, sir.
Jennifer?
Yes. The prisoner is secure, sir.
Thank you, Sergeant.
That was Sam's friend, Jaffe.
Yes, we call him Sergeant. Difficult case. War. He was or is a real sergeant. His platoon was lost in combat because of something he did. His prisoner, as he calls her, is Jennifer Downey. I want you to watch her very carefully. Spend some time with her. Several times she's attempted to escape.
Escape?
In the sergeant's jargon, to break confinement. Sam, I've told you not to interrupt me when I'm busy.
But Deanie, what you want me to do with
Sam, I'll talk to you about it later. Go on now. Go on.
And that's Sam.
Sam is a lovable child. He's been a patient of Dr. Stevens for several years, and Dr. Stevens operated on him 4 years ago. Dr. Stevens allowed me to assist him in that operation. Drilling through the frontal lobe left Sam harmless, but with the mentality of an 8-year-old. That was the last lobotomy Dr. Stevens ever did. And it was because of that operation that Dr. Stevens turned from surgery to his obsession development theory.
Tell me about Allison King.
Allison? Let's see. Allison has had a very unfortunate past. She was very close to her father, and he died. She was 13. Then her mother remarried a man that Allison absolutely cherished, and he left. And that was the beginning of the pattern. Allison tried to love other men, and they were cruel to her, and they left her, and she almost gave up.
It's a classic pattern, isn't it?
Then Allison met a man. She thought he was perfect. He loved her, and they lived together, but he used her. He sold her to other men. Well, her love for him smoothed that over. But then someone came along that was younger and prettier, and he threw her out. And that was the breaking point.
What is her attitude now?
She craves love, desperately, from anyone, everyone.
And these others, Harriet and Mr. Cameron?
Judge Cameron.
My name is Oliver W. Cameron, jurisconsult, judicator of the Court of Appeals, doctor of jurisprudence. What are you doing in my room?
Well, I really dig all that mumbo-jumbo. You know, it's just quality.
What is that odor?
Strawberry. Do you like strawberry?
Ripe strawberries are the color of blood.
Taste me. Please. Taste me. I can be anything you want.
To be carnally minded is death.
Come on. I do taste like strawberries. Taste me.
Shroud your nakedness. You're obscene.
I'm warm and I'm loving. I'm loving. I'm passionate. Men love me. There's not a man anywhere who doesn't really love my body and soul.
Slut!
You freak. You don't want to be touched because you're so damn pure. You phony freak. You're trembling. Look at you. You're hot for it, but you can't reach out. You can't reach out. You can't love. You can't make it. But I can.
Hey there, folks. Eric William here, out here at Genre Blast 4 in Winchester, Virginia at the Alamo Drafthouse. And I'm lucky enough to be here with John. John, thanks for joining us on the show here.
Thank you very much, Eric.
And
appreciate you.
if you could, please, for the folks that weren't lucky enough to be here this weekend, introduce yourself and what brought you out here to Genre Blast.
My name is John Hale, and what brought me out to Genre Blast was the showing of my short film called The Conduit. If you're a fan of Joe Dante's Gremlins, The Gate, old school 80s practical creature effects, that is basically what my film is about. My film is about a young man named Andrew who's been delving into trans-dimensional sleep experiments. Ooh. And he accidentally opens a portal to another world where demons and monsters exist. So in order to stop the portal from opening, he must stay awake at all times, with terrible repercussions on his mind and body. Oh my so gosh. It's literally pulled out from the 80s and 90s creature genre.
I was going to say, that's right in my wheelhouse. When you said The Gate, I was like literally, not to plug anything. I literally was just like watching that right before we. Fantastic. And it's just one of those, a lot of people don't know about it, but it's that's one of the great. But yeah, anyway, sorry. Back to yours. Nerding out. I know, a total nerd out session right there, folks. Like you've never seen that before. But anyway, tell you what. Obviously, your inspirations came from that 80s, 90s creature.
Yes, sir.
So what made you finally? You know what? I'm going to make this. What was the pushing point?
I had been saying that I was going to make films for a long time. I've been saying, I'm a filmmaker, and people were like, "Oh, what are you working on?" I'm like, stuff. And I turned 30 years old, and I said to myself, I really have to start making a commitment. And this is a quote that I will keep quoting till the day I die. Right. I listened to Gareth Edwards' talk at South by Southwest Film Festival, and he said, "Well, a lot of us do is when we first start making films, we always focus on the gear. I don't have X camera, I don't have this amount of audio gear, and we're basically using those excuses to cover up the fact that we could possibly fail." Right. And then so eventually, the older we get and the more we talk about it, the fear of failure starts to go up and line up against a thing that he called the fear of an unfulfilled life. And usually the fear of an unfulfilled life will usually outweigh the fear of failure. Right. And so I decided to go ahead and to take a chance. I said to myself, you know what? I'm 30. If this film totally sucks, I can become like a carpenter. I can be a dock worker. Right. So I can find a new career. But from everyone's reaction, everyone has enjoyed the film that's seen it so far, and I was like, all right, I think I'm going to keep going. Nice. And the only regret that I have is I wish I would have started sooner. Yeah. Because I do see some people who have gotten into this a lot earlier than I have. But you know what? At the same time, everyone say age and things really don't matter as long as you're passionate about your craft. So that's what I've been focusing on.
I think you hit the nail on the head right there. Passion in indie film right now. That's what makes an indie film. And like you said, the fear of failure. I went through the same thing. Honestly, I mean, it was years and years of doing interviews with people, folks just like yourself, and I'm like, well, I can't make a movie. I only do, this. But finally, like you said, that weight just finally lifted, and I did it. And that's all you got to do. And I think it's you should be commended for something like that, because age is literally just a number. And so trust me, you're a very young man. And
thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
And I think being able to do something like that, regardless, if it comes out good or not, I think is
quote unquote good.
Right. If you made a movie that you're proud of,
right.
Who cares what anybody else says? You're proud of it,
and that's exactly that was my goal. I didn't, I didn't care if it showed on festivals. Although I'm very gracious it is showing on Genre Blast. I wanted to make the film for me, and if you can't do that, I think with your art, then I don't, then what's the point? The whole goal should be to make something that you are proud of and proud to showcase in front of people. Right. And I think that I got to that point. I'm very proud to have this film completed.
So again, for the folks that weren't lucky enough to be here at Genre Blast, which thankfully I was, but I did actually miss it. But where can we find more information about your movie?
Okay, you can actually go on to, we're on Facebook. You can go to Conduit Short Film, Facebook.com/Conduit Short Film. Okay. My production company is Facebook.com/Dark Dragon Films. The Conduit will actually be we'll be selling DVDs and Blu-rays here soon. The disc media, because I know we have a disc collectors market that has it has a 5.1 surround sound mix, 4 or 5 commentaries, some really cool behind the scenes feature stuff. So if you're interested, keep an eye out for that on my social media platforms. The festival route is about wrapped up, and we had some opportunities to show the film to a broader audience with a broader format. I can't really say anything else about that because things are still happening. But that's pretty much, if you haven't seen it yet, it will definitely be made available soon.
Awesome. Well, I tell you what, I can't wait. And again, folks, for you out there, are the same website, social media, or do you have your own website right now?
If people want to get a hold of me, you can just look up John Hale, JOHNHALE, and I for the first time in like 2 years, I finally got my website back up. Be on the lookout for darkdragonfilms.net. And I'll be posting up everything relating to filmmaking, the project I'm working on, and probably a blog thing, because that's what we do nowadays.
I was going to say,
yeah.
which is fun. And now, speaking of projects you got coming up, do you got anything in the back of the mind that you'd like to talk about?
Yes, actually. I turn 35 in August, and one of my goals is to make a feature film by the time I turn 40. So I have a hashtag feature before 40.
I like that.
Yeah. And so my goal right now is to I want to do a few more short films. I want to train my eye and try to develop my style a little bit.
Okay.
Like I said, I love the conduit. I love what I was able to achieve.
Yeah.
But because you're an artist, you still see what you can do better here and there.
Every time.
Yeah. So I want to try to train myself a little bit more, and then I want to try to do a feature film. That feature will also have a creature in it as well. Look forward to that. And like I said, I'm hoping to get it out. I think I turned 35 in 2024. So you'll see it either by then or before that.
Before then.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey, fantastic. Well, I tell you what, John, thank you so much for joining us here at Saturday Fright Theater.
You.
We got lots of genre blast left. I'm going to get you out there. Again,
Awesome.
I brought him up to this secret room, and I don't think he knew what he was doing. So
I was a little upset. I was a little frightened at first.
People are so agreeing when I say come up to the secret room.
Yeah. But it was like, come into this back room in the top of the theater. You're like, is he going to die? But no, it was great. It's fantastic.
It is genre blast.
Yeah.
So, well,
for your heart.
Well, I tell you what, John, I'll let you get out of here. And folks, we're going to get you back to the movie right here on Saturday Fright Theater. Every night is a frightful night when you're watching the movie. See you soon.
Rejection can be a very painful experience.
Well, I'll tell you about the others later, but right now I'd like for you to start with Mrs. Callingham.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Callingham is the one who occasionally hallucinates.
Oh, yes, she has a number of interesting worlds. Why don't you take her for a walk? She likes the flowers. She sometimes believes they're her children.
It's pleasant here, don't you think, Mrs. Callingham? Do you get out often?
It's you who need to get out.
Yes, I remember. You were going to tell me why.
Oh, up the airy mountain, down the rushing glen, we cannot go hunting because of little men. Oh, Bobby, Ellen, Lester.
Operator. 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 Oh, Sam. I didn't hear you come in.
Dr. Stevens, he don't call on the phone anymore.
Sam, I know how much Dr. Stevens liked you.
Dr. Stevens wants us happy. He said I should tell you.
Sam, I understand. Dr. Stevens is still very real for you.
Oh, Miss Charlotte, I forget what the doctor told me to tell you. I knew it a minute ago.
Sam, it's all right. I understand.
Come in.
Sorry to bother you when you're busy.
Well, that's all right. Have a chair.
It's about my phone.
Well, patients seem to be accepting you. That's important. I suppose you've noticed that it's the little things that count most with them, especially Danny, and of course Sam.
You're very fond of Sam, aren't you?
Yes, very. Dr. Stevens was very close to him, too. Sam's lost his intelligence, but he has very deep feelings. Perhaps deeper than ours.
Oh, Dr. Masters,
Oh, don't be alarmed. This is Jennifer. Occasionally she becomes very withdrawn, and naturally I like her to be with me when that happens.
Is she beyond help?
Beyond help? To say that means that we've given up, and we never give up. No one's beyond us. We're always getting closer.
Yes, of course. Please don't misunderstand.
No, I understand. Well, it's time to be getting them to bed. I promised Sam that I'd read to him. Would you mind seeing to the others?
No, of course not. Dr. Masters, I hope you'll forgive my statement about Jennifer. I simply meant that
It's just that you're not quite used to all our little family yet, Miss Beale. One day you'll be as close to them as brothers and sisters. Good night.
Good night. Dr. Masters, before I forget, I wanted to tell you that my phone is not working. I was wondering if you're having the same trouble.
Oh. Well, that occasionally happens. I'll try to take care of it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Harriet. She's asleep. And it's time you should be asleep, too. Good night. That's enough for tonight, Mrs. Callingham.
Oh, you liked our walk in the garden, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Well, don't be surprised if we never go again.
Don't mind my observing. You handle Mrs. Callingham very well. Better than some of the others.
Good morning, Jennifer. Mrs. Callingham.
My God, what's happened? Mrs. Callingham. Your son's been gun out.
Take it easy. Here, drink this. Look, you've got to understand that ours is a family of persons who know very few limits. Even the limits of physical pain. When Mrs. Callingham did this to herself, she was probably beyond the threshold of physical feeling. My greatest concern about her is the blood that she's lost. She's very weak.
I don't hold up very well, do I? I'm sorry. It's just the thought of our all being asleep.
She was probably hallucinating. Self-infliction of pain, self-disfigurement, sometimes that indicates that the patient has transcended the body.
Oh, what would Dr. Stevens have done in a case such as this?
Exactly as I'm doing, calling as little attention to it as possible. Now, she's received treatment. Now she has to accept what she's done. For the time being, I wouldn't discuss this with any of the others.
Dr. Masters, aren't you ever afraid?
I'm always afraid.
Hello? Anybody here? Hello? Hello?
I don't believe we've been properly introduced.
Well, I'm the telephone man. My name is Ray. Poor lady, I hope that isn't catching. Say, you've got some trouble with your telephone. Could you show me where the equipment is?
What trouble are you talking about, sir?
Well, I don't know yet. It's something with your voltage drop. Oh, never mind. I'll find it myself. Say, how come you people didn't call? I mean, about the telephone. It can't be working.
My name is Oliver W. Cameron, jurisconsult, judicator of the Court of Appeals, doctor of jurisprudence.
Well, that's got to be some big problem. What's the matter with her? Cat got her tongue?
I warn you. Heed the lady's advice.
What did she say?
She said, your being here represents grave danger.
Oh, lady, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't know. She ain't got no tongue.
Objection overruled. That is immaterial, irrelevant, and out of order.
Oh, they let you people just wander around out here, huh? Hey, buddy, how about giving me back my screwdriver, huh?
I will conduct you to my chambers.
No, that's quite all right. Look, here's what we'll do. You people just wait right here, okay? And I'll go and find the equipment, all right? And if I'm not back in 3 minutes, why, you people can go and hide, okay? That's an awful virus you got there, lady.
Who are you, and exactly how did you enter this building?
Now, wait a minute. First, which way are you? I mean, this way or that way?
I don't know what you're talking about, and I want you to answer my question.
I'm sorry, Doctor. It's just that, well, you've got so many Twilight people around here, you know, and, well...
Exactly what are you intending to do here?
It's your phone. I mean, we've been getting some strange readings on your voltage lately, and, well, I just came out to check it as quick as I could and get the hell out of here.
Why didn't you inform me of your coming here?
How could I inform you? You ain't got no telephone. You've got bouncers on every door and a receptionist that ain't got no tongue. What's to inform?
That's enough of your impertinence. You had absolutely no right to enter this building without my permission.
So what am I going to do? I'm supposed to fix the telephone. You want me to fix the phone? You don't want me to fix the phone. It don't matter to me. I'm just the phone man. Now, I drove for an hour to get out here. You tell me.
All right, this way.
Tell you what, I'll finish this up as quick as I can, then I won't be bothering you again, ever.
The wiring's in this closet. Please don't leave the area. I'll be back in a few minutes to escort you out of the building. And under no circumstances are you to have anything more to do with any of the patients. Now, is that understood?
Whatever you say, Doc. I'm just trying to help. You know what I mean? Phew. Hi. I'm fixing the telephone.
That shouldn't take too long, huh?
No. One of the lines was cut. It'll just take a minute. You You do understand me, don't you?
You know, I used to live in this place where the phone man was always coming around.
Oh, yeah? That bad, huh?
That good.
I thought you meant that you had a lot of phone trouble.
Hell, I didn't even have a phone. Who let you in anyway, honey?
I don't know her name. The doctor, I guess.
She let you in?
Yes, sort of. She is the boss, isn't she?
You know you're kind of handsome. What's your name?
Now, look, honey, I'm just the telephone man.
Don't be afraid.
Look, sweetheart, you're a good-looking gal and all that, but this ain't my bag. Not in the closet, it ain't. Now, cut it out. I ain't even supposed to be talking to you, or nothing.
Don't be afraid. Don't back away from me. You love me. You do love me. Say it.
All right, already. I love you. Now cut it out. Huh?
Oh, you love me. You do love me. Oh, I'm a princess. I'm a princess to men. They can't turn away from me. They grasp me and kiss my flesh. Don't push me away! You said you loved me. You said that you loved me.
No, cut it out.
Love is pure. Love is grace. Love is strength. You love me. Your love is pure. You'll always love me.
Now look what you've done.
Hey there, folks. Eric William here with Saturday Fright Theater out here at Genre Blast 4 at the Alamo Drafthouse in Winchester, Virginia. And I found Cory and Jason here. And gentlemen, for the folks that weren't lucky enough to be here this weekend, introduce yourselves and tell us what brought you out here to Genre Blast.
My name's Jason. I'm the writer-director at Weird on Top Pictures, and we are bringing Straight Edge Kegger here. And this is my lead actor,
Cory Kays.
Cory Kays, and he pretty well introduced me, so I don't really have anything to say now.
Sorry.
No, I'm just kidding.
Still your thunder.
Cory Kays,
Right.
actor in Straight Edge Kegger. So
awesome.
Yeah.
So, well, tell you what. Tell us a little bit about Straight Edge Kegger. I heard actually we've only been here for a little bit so far, and I've actually heard a lot about it. So literally, it's kind of the murmur down in the. If you've never been to an Alamo Drafthouse, folks, it's absolutely amazing. It's it's a bar and a movie house. I mean,
yeah.
So, but anyway, so if you can tell us a little bit about Straight Edge Kegger.
So, in a one line, it's about a young punk, which is Cory, and a house full of drunks, and they have to square off against the gang of militant straight edgers that he's abandoned.
Okay.
That's what it is in a nutshell.
Awesome. So, if you can, where was your inspiration behind something like that? That's again, I kind of peeked in on an interview you guys were doing earlier, so I already know the answer, but you guys don't. So tell us a little bit about that, where you came up with that inspiration.
It's a handful of things, but at its core, it's really just that I wanted to make a movie about punk rock and horror, because those are the two things that I know well and really care about.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I just thought, okay, so what is a group in the punk rock community that has not been covered in film almost at all?
Right.
Straight edge. And as soon as it popped in my head, we knew we were going to roll with it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And how long did it take you to film, I guess, was production?
So the actual production of the film, like the feature, really just about a year, I'd say, probably less. But then the whole process is like 2.5 years, because we started with a proof of concept trailer.
Okay.
And then we took that around, and then we did a Kickstarter campaign, and then shot the movie. So
nice. Yeah,
when everything is said and done, it'll be like 2020 when it's released.
Okay.
And we started that proof of concept trailer in 2016.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's I think that's a testament to indie film right there, because you had a vision which will be 4 years in the making, and it's taking all this time to get there, and you kind of stuck with it. That's absolutely amazing. Now, how do you guys know each other? Have you guys been friends for a while? I mean, how did you get involved in the project?
No, we were into a lot of the same music, but we actually didn't know each other before Straight Edge Kegger. So I came across the casting notice and saw it, and I was like, horror movie, punk rock. Okay, yeah. So I got
Nice.
got in touch with him, and so anyway, I used to play music very similar to what's in the film. So sent him some of that too, and we kind of started talking back and forth, developed a friendship, and ended up making the movie together.
Wow, that's you don't see that too often. I think in indie film a lot. It's you normally kind of make with who you know. It's
exactly. Yeah,
and you guys actually developed a friendship because of the movie.
Exactly.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now again, if you can tell us a little bit about your character and maybe the inspirations, how you drew your into that character.
Yeah, so I actually had lots of straight edge friends when I was in that scene.
Okay.
So I was able to draw from that, from them for sure. But no, he's a guy that's just, I wanted to make a kind of a slow, he has a slow change where he's just realizing, through events like this isn't really what he wants anymore, and it's not the reason he got into the straight edge thing to begin with. So you kind of see him sort of unravel, and peel off the layers and be like, man, maybe I'm not this straight edge guy that I thought that I was. And these guys, they were cool, but they're kind of like doing some things that are uncool to me now.
Right.
So maybe I'll, do something different. So that's what he does. And then he goes on a wild ride because of it. So,
wow.
Yeah.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
And now, if you can, again, this is really what's been the talk of the town, so to speak. The talk of Genre Blast is the music. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about the music if you can, because again, I wasn't lucky enough to hear, and the folks out there weren't. But again, that's the talk. So tell us a little bit about the music behind this project.
So we are very lucky to have a handful of bands that have been able to work with us. That the opening of the movie is actually a live punk show. Nice. And so the band Ugly Bones out of Chicago, who's one of my favorite hardcore bands, and I've gotten to know them over the years, but without them, this movie wouldn't have come to be. Like, without them at my disposal, I wouldn't have even tried to make this movie.
Wow.
And then we have another band called Noose out of Chicago, who sadly they're not around anymore, but they were so cool with us and supported the movie enough that since they aren't around, they said, well, we don't want to take your money, but how about we instead give you some charities that we would like you to donate to? And so then I was able to do that for them. Awesome. So we got very lucky there. And my score guy, Tim Gick, is just incredible. So
I was going to say, I heard again, not that I was eavesdropping, I heard a little bit about what Tim was, how he developed the score for this.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. I really find that interesting.
Yeah, so Tim has been in a lot of bands over the years, and right now he does a lot of electronic music, and this was his first feature-length score. And so he started with everything electronic, but I told him I wanted, as it gets a little more chaotic, I thought it would be cool to have instruments come back in, and really it just sounds like a punk band without the lyrics, thrown in.
Yeah.
So that's what he slowly transitioned to as the movie goes on.
That's awesome.
It's great.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
So, and I tell you what, for the folks out there that again weren't lucky enough to be here this weekend, where can they find out more information about it? You have social media, websites. Where can they find out?
Yeah, on Instagram we're Weird on Top Pictures. On Facebook we have Weird on Top Pictures and a Straight Edge Kegger page. We also have our website WeirdOnTopPictures.com.
Nice. Okay. And I tell you what, guys. Last thing I'll ask you is just make sure that we got all your information. Where can we find out more about you? Is it on your production pages, and do you have Facebook websites for yourself?
Yeah, let's start with Cory.
Yeah, Cory Kays Actor on Facebook, and official Cory Kays on Instagram.
All right, fantastic.
Yeah.
And mine's pretty much all the same stuff I already listed, but people can also friend me on Facebook, and I'll chat with them about movies all day.
Awesome. Hey,
that's fine.
That's a good threat.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get you out of here. There's more Genre Blast to enjoy, and thanks so much for joining us here on the show.
Thank you for having us on.
And we're going to get you guys back to the movie right here on Saturday Fright Theater every night. It's a frightful night when you're watching a movie. See you next time.
Awesome.
I've got a secret. I've got a secret. And I ain't gonna tell nobody but Miss Charlotte.
You're doing fine now, Mrs. Callingham, but you need to rest. You've been up and around too much.
Give me that watch, Daddy. You hurt me. She's fooling. I'm sorry, Daddy. I'm sorry. You shouldn't have scared me. You won't tell on me, will you, Daddy? You won't tell on me, will you, Daddy? You won't tell on me, will you, Daddy?
Jennifer, stop it! Stop it! Jennifer! Jennifer! Stop it! Stop it! Allison, help me! Jennifer, stop it!
Jennifer's all right. I don't know what happened.
Why did she do it, Doctor? I thought you said Jennifer was withdrawn.
Withdrawal
That's
is an
what it
acute reaction to a real condition.
Dr. Masters, perhaps I shouldn't come here at all.
I don't think there's any point in our talking about your leaving, Miss Beale. You forget you were very anxious to take this job. I made special provisions for you to be here.
I realize that, but I don't know what to do.
I'm the doctor and you're the nurse, and what I do decides what you will do.
I'm all right now. I just need to get some rest.
Many a carcass they left to be carrion, many a livid one, many a sallow skin left for the white-tailed eagle to tear it, and left for the horny-nibbed raven to rend it, and gave to the garbaging warhole to gorge it, and that gray beast, the wolf of the Weald.
Some night soon, the doctor's going to help you, Judge Cameron.
Gibberish.
The doctor will help you.
Masters has nothing to give me.
I ain't talking about Deanie.
I doubt that you know what it is you are talking about.
I wish you would go. Dr. Stevens knows Miss Charlotte. And Miss Charlotte knows Dr. Stevens. That's right. He's going to help her, too. He don't want to hear just now. Denny wants to know. Denny told me.
Of course, Masters doesn't want Beale to leave, you idiot.
Sometimes Dr. Stevens tells me about Miss Charlotte. Yeah.
I killed Dr. Stevens with my axe.
Sam! Sam! What are you doing in here? Now, you haven't finished your chores. I want you to go sweep the kitchen.
Then can I have a popsicle?
Yes, you can have a popsicle. Oh, Sam's beautiful, isn't he, Judge? No past, no future, only the present. For him, Dr. Stevens will always be in the present. Wish we could all think of him that way. Judge, your floor is dirty. Now, it's your responsibility to keep your room clean. I want you to take care of it now.
You had a real baby once, didn't you, honey? This is my baby. Geez, I feel sorry for you. You really think that's a real baby?
Baby? Yeah.
Knock it off, you moron!
handsome. Nelson, you've got very nice hair. And nice skin. It's soft. I like you. I like you.
My name is Oliver W. Cameron, adjudicator of the Court of Special Sessions. Please examine the evidence.
Judge, can you be a man to me?
My name is Oliver W.
I'm asking you.
My name
Judge,
is...
please, love me. I need somebody to love me.
Don't touch me.
You're all alike. Danny, Jeffy, I love you. Harriet! And you, trying to be so high and mighty. Get out. Get out! No, just, no. I need you to help me. About something else, I mean. I know you can get a secret. Judge, I got me a man. Yeah, I was with him yesterday. Right here. Oh, he's sweet with beautiful lips. I think maybe he's gone. I think maybe he's looking for me and he can't find me. He's the most beautiful man anywhere. And he loves me.
You always did have an eye for such things.
Judge, he wants me. Help me find him.
Naturally, I must weigh this new evidence very carefully.
Oh, Judge, please.
Hi, Sarge. Let me see.
Back off, they're on their way.
Let me see.
Move it.
There's nothing there. You're crazy.
Get out! Get out!
Hey there, folks. Eric William here with Saturday Fright Theater out here at Genre Blast 4 in Winchester, Virginia at the Alamo Drafthouse. And I've, again, successfully stalked another member of the Thing About Beecher's Gate, the lead actor this time, Morgan. Thank you so much for joining us on here. And for the folks out there that weren't lucky enough to be here, introduce yourself and tell them what brought you down here. Well, I kind of already gave it away. But tell them what brought you down here to Genre Blast.
Yeah, we're here with Beecher's Gate, and I don't know, it's just been super exciting. I think they met some people in like Pennsylvania. They said you should submit to this festival we're having in Virginia, and here we are. I don't know, it's been super cool.
I was going to say, and not being very super modest, too. You've been nominated for Best Lead Actor in a Short. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Now that's now again, I was lucky enough to not at Genre Blast, but I've been lucky enough to screen The Thing About Beecher's Gate. It's phenomenal. It's one of my one of my favorite shorts this year, and actually probably the last couple of years. And one of the reasons is your acting. So again, if you can, for the folks out there, tell us a little bit about the movie without giving too much away.
So I play Deputy Stoker. He's new to the town of Beecher's Gate, and he's tasked with like this. They basically send out the new deputy on the force to go check out the shed, spend a night there, and I mean, stuff happens. That's basically what the movie ends up being about. And I don't know, like he kind of ends up having to overcome some things, and it's kind of like a wild night for him. It just everything starts and then it just doesn't stop.
I was going to say it doesn't stop. Yeah. That's perfect. That's perfect. I don't give too much away because you got to wait. Right. But no, that's perfect. Now, like I said, I was lucky enough to meet with Jeremy earlier this year at Horror Hotel up in Cleveland. And now, if you can, like I said, it was a case where Jeremy did tell us a little bit that he's met you a little bit and you guys have a history. So, but for this particular role, when you read the script, was it a case where you were involved with the script itself, or did Jeremy come to you and say, hey, I wrote this, I want you to be in it? How did that happen?
So we made the Childish Thing the year before this, and that was all Jeremy. It was like a personal story to him, things like that. And he came up with another idea. Like we wanted to make like a kind of like a myth, it wasn't like a Greek myth, but sort of the idea of like a person tasked with like a certain thing. He goes into like like a cave or something, and then has to like retrieve something, or that sort of idea. Right. And then together we kind of came up with the idea of what the movie could kind of be about. He wanted to base it in like a small town, a horror movie cop, that sort of thing. And from there, like we sort of came up with the idea and just kept spitballing back and forth. So the story is both of ours. He wrote the script, but we kind of bounced it back and forth. But it was super cool. We both got to be a big part of the story.
Big part of the story. That's awesome to hear. Now, and again, I think you were nominated at Horror Hotel for Best Lead Actor. You're nominated here again for Best Lead Actor. So I think there's a trend there developing. Tell us about now when you're, as far as your motivations as an actor. Let's talk a little bit about that. Do you in this particular role, you had a kind of a voice in it as you were developing it, but as an actor, do you listen to that voice, or do you kind of see how the story is going to develop as it goes along? How do you do that? How do you prep as an actor?
Prep, I guess the thing that I guess I like to think of most, you're just talking like acting like technique, I guess?
Yeah. What's your what mindset do you come up with? I mean, again, all these nominations. So, but how do you get into that role?
The first thing I guess I think of is how the character sees themselves, because I feel like that sort of like how you kind of see yourself affects how you like see other people and like the situations you're in. So, the Childish Thing, you can check it out. It's on True Indie, but it's streaming there now. That character, his name is Jack, and he's a lot different than Stoker in the sense that he's a lot more reserved. He's dealing with like loss and things like that, like moving out of his house, like things like that, and so he sees things a lot differently than Stoker. The characters are a lot different. So Stoker, on the other hand, I guess I sort of see him. He's a lot more self-assured and things like that. And I mean, hopefully that comes across. And it's more so about the situation and about the town and things like that. And this character within the town, as opposed to a character study about this guy, this cop or whatever. Right. So he's kind of like being influenced by all this stuff around him, and he's just kind of like, do what he needs to do.
Well, I was going to say, and it comes across wonderfully. I think as you're watching it, and folks out there, if when you can check it out, I hope you do. It comes across wonderfully. Your acting is just again, it really draws you into the movie, I think, and that's what a good actor does. It brings the audience along with on this journey. So. Congratulations on that, and hopefully, I got my fingers crossed for you that it comes across. We'll know actually tomorrow. So, but anyway, I tell you what. Again, for the folks out there that wanted to know more about you, how do we find out more about you, more about the thing about Beecher's Gate, and I know we mentioned it briefly there about the Childish thing.
So the sort of main, so the social media, Jeremy runs most of it. It's Dangerous Days. So on most social media, it's D-Day Productions or D-Day Films, and that's where you can find most things. If you check those out, then you can easily find me because I'm always posting on stuff, or I'm tagged in something or something like that. For the most part, I don't know. I'm to be honest, I'm still working on like this sort of social media aspect.
Okay.
Yeah. So
now I know you do have a Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
My Twitter it's Morgan Donor.
So I stalked him a little bit, so I know that. That's why I brought it out.
So it's Morgan Donor. So you can look up Morgan Donor, or you can look up. It's my name Morgan, but it's Mogran. It's switched. That's like an old in joke. But you can find me there too.
He messed me up with that.
Yeah. So I was trying to hide.
He was trying to hide from me, and I'm like, no, you can't. You never will. That's why I was sneaking up on him. That's how I brought him up to the secret room, folks. But anyway, I'll tell you what, Morgan. I won't keep you any longer. Before I let you go, though, last question. Oh, future projects. What have you got next? Anything on the back burner that you're working on right now?
We're kind of like. We're trying to figure out like sort of like the next project after this. It's kind of like in progress, I guess. And then besides that, I've been branching out a little bit, doing some things on the side, things like that. So I mean, anyone watching, if you're looking for an actor, like hey,
that's why social media is so important because I want to find you. Because again, he's been nominated several times, and I'm sure winning very soon here in the future.
That'd be dope. But I mean, I'm always down to work with people, collaborate. Like it's been super fun. Everyone I've met so far here at Genre Blast, like. It's been awesome, just in general. It's cool. So, I don't know. Always looking to work. Always looking to just do stuff.
You heard it right there. He's always looking, folks. Right there. You better find him. So, all right, folks. I'll tell you what. We're going to get you back to Genre Blast. I won't stalk you anymore. Well, I lied. I'm going to follow him out. So, we're going to get you back to Genre Blast 4. And we're going to get you folks back to the movie right here on Saturday Fright Theater every night. It's a frightful night when you're watching the movie. See you next time.
What was that shouting all about? Sergeant, I've told every one of you about this sort of thing, but you refuse to adhere to my discipline. Haven't I told you what time the lights are to be out at night in every room?
Yes, sir, you have.
I take it then that you're contesting my discipline, is that it? Answer me. My authority here in the sanitarium is going to remain absolute, unchallenged, and totally unimpeachable. Do you understand? Hold out your hand. I hate to punish anyone, remain here is going to never be challenged again. Do you understand? My office, my profession, my charge, my liability, my suffering for your good. Never to tip the fine balance of all that ever again. Good night, Sergeant.
Good morning, Sam. What could be troubling you this early?
A whole lot of things, Miss Charlotte.
Oh? Such as what?
Dr. Stevens. He's worried about things.
Oh, I see.
He wanted me to talk to you.
What have you got there? Where did you get this? Who gave you this, Sam?
He said you'd know. You'd understand. He wants to help you, Miss Charlotte.
Who wants to help me? What are you talking about?
The doctor.
Oh, Dr. Stevens, I suppose. Well, thank you very much, Sam. But I think we should talk less foolishly about all this.
I'm the only one who could tell you, Miss Charlotte. Dr. Stevens is going to help you if you take the watch.
This kind of day seems to take away all your troubles. For a while, anyway. Do you have a family, Daddy? I thought you mentioned your mother once. Where did you live when you were young?
Miami Beach.
Oh, yes. Your mother was in business, wasn't she?
Yeah. Massage parlor.
I remember.
It's for you.
Thank you, Danny. I guess it's time we should go in.
Sure.
he needs watching, I'm sure you know. We can be sure there will be other times for other things. Unlike your friend Danny, I choose only perfect moments. Perfect moments to work out perfect destinies for so many lives. Get out! I believe there will be a more perfect time.
Two vials of lithium barbonate and 1 vial of Vactol. You sure they're missing?
Very sure. They were taken from a new container.
Oh, this is really quite serious. Have you checked all the rooms?
Just about, except for Danny's and Jennifer's.
But you have checked Cameron's and Jaffe's room.
I checked those first.
Well, I'll have to go over all this personally. Thank you.
Deanie! Deanie! Deanie!
find her. I can't find her anywhere. I gotta find her.
What is it? What do you want with her?
I gotta show her. Down where I got the popsicle.
What is it? What's down there?
Come on, I'll show you.
Sam, I don't have time to play right now. I'm busy.
Come on, I'll show you. Come on, she ain't here. I'm gonna show you.
Sam, what is it?
Come on.
Are you just putting me on?
What's wrong? She killed him. She killed him. Who are you talking about? Who? He loved me. He told me that he loved me, and she killed him because he loved me. Masters killed him because he loved me, Charlotte. She's a murdering, crucified man, insane maniac. She's insane, Charlotte. She's insane. She's no doctor. She's just like the rest of us here, and she killed him. You didn't know that, did you? She's a patient of Dr. Stevens. She's a schizophrenic just like me. She can't control her emotions any more than I can. Where is Dr. Masters now? Oh, Miss Charlotte. I remember you told me he was. Charlotte, you've got to believe me. All these things have been happening ever since you came here. Masters did it. She cut out Mrs. Gallagher's tongue. And she killed my man. Masters did it. How do you know? She's a patient like me. Dr. Stevens' patient. She pretended to be a doctor. He let her play, and she was pretending when you came, and you believed her, Charlotte. That's not true, Allison. Oh, yes, it is true. Why do you think she wouldn't let you leave? Why do you think she wouldn't let anybody in? Anybody who threatens to expose her, Charlotte, she'll kill him. How do you know? Charlotte, she'll kill anybody that threatens to expose her, and she'll kill you. Okay. Who did this to you? Your tongue. It was her? It was Masters? Oh, God. It's true. She's a patient here? A patient of Dr. Stevens? Oh, my God. No. Judge. Is it true? Is it true about Masters?
Then you know, too.
I've got to hear it from all of you.
You know already. It's too late. We know about you.
About me?
We've been informed about you. The verdict is unanimous. You too are a patient, my dear.
Hey there, folks. Eric William here with Saturday Fright Theater out here at Genre Blast 4 in Winchester, Virginia at the Alamo Drafthouse. And I've got some very special guests here. I corralled them up to the secret special room here. And yes, again, folks, I met them at the bar and said, come to the special room. And they just came. So, gentlemen, for the folks out there that weren't lucky enough to be here, introduce yourselves and tell us what brought you out here to Genre Blast.
Sure. My name is Marc Cartwright, and I directed and produced We Die Alone.
And I'm Baker Chase Powell, and I star in as well as co-produced We Die Alone.
So I was actually very lucky enough, which is very rare around here,
To
to actually see it and actually sit on the screen. And I followed you guys for a while on Twitter, so it's kind of neat to actually see it kind of come to fruition here.
Right.
Now it was an amazing short.
Thank you.
I really loved it. Because again, I don't want to give anything away, but I will say, if that's okay, there was a little twist. Is that there's a twist, and
That's
I
good.
love,
That's okay to say.
I love the twist.
Right.
I want to make movies one day when I grow up, and and that's the kind of movies that I want to make. So, if you could tell us a little bit about the movie without giving too much away, and maybe what led you into that kind of that twist.
Okay. Well, it's the movie's about a guy that he's a loner and he ghosts women online because he's afraid to meet them in person because he's awkward. And so one day he meets his next door neighbor and like by chance, and then he spirals out of control trying to connect with her in the real world. So yeah, it's kind of about just a general thing about loneliness and stepping outside of your comfort zones and how awkward that can be in life. And so let me take these off. And how awkward that can be in life and what happens, when you take risks and what can happen or whatever,
Right. And and you did a fantastic job. I mean, absolutely. We really, it's one of those pieces that you kind of bring the audience in and you really sell the whole movie. So, I mean, it was a fantastic job. Great job. Tell us a little bit about maybe your character, if you can, and what was your motivations behind that character?
Okay. Well, first of all, I think our film, it kind of treads down a familiar territory in the beginning, and then it kind of throws you through a loop towards the end. So, for my character, I related to him in a lot of ways, not necessarily ghosting people online, but I think in life, we have a lot of human experiences where we feel less than or, low self-esteem. And I just used a lot of my own personal experiences to kind of go through what the character of Aiden is going through in his, relationship with dating, or lack thereof relationship with dating.
Well, it was very, very well done. Like I said, it was it really brings the audience in, and you're getting to a point, like I said, where you really kind of feel for the character and you're expecting something. But again, I don't give anything away. Like I said, I'm really excited, folks. I got to watch a movie. I never get to watch a movie. So I'm like uber excited. I want to share this with you, but I won't. But anyway, like I said, if you can, now I know you guys have collaborated a few times now.
Right, yeah. It's the fourth short that we've done together.
Wow, 4 shorts, wow.
Yeah.
And as far as the casting on this, it was kind of simple, but yet again, it kind of all reigned together. Obviously, you two worked together. Word about the 2 female leads. How did you meet them?
So first we got Ashley Jones, who she was on True Blood, and that's why I became a fan of hers, because she was on True Blood, and she's also on Bold and the Beautiful, and we thought she would just play the role of Elaine just perfectly. Like I had her, she was my first choice.
Oh, wow.
And so when we approached her, she read the script and loved it, and said that she related in many ways. So she came right on, and we were excited about that. Yeah, she was great. And then for Chelsea, Samantha, we just auditioned, and Samantha Boscarino, she knocked it out of the park.
We saw her immediately, and
we were
her
like,
audition
yes.
was perfect.
Like,
so.
yes, that's Chelsea. So yeah,
she played perfectly off of my character.
With you,
too.
that's always a plus.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And it came across on screen beautifully. Honestly,
you.
you would have thought that you guys have known each other for a while.
Oh, good.
Just because it's important, I think, with actors to have that. That kismet, I guess, that special thing, and it played well on screen. So.
Yeah, the chemistry and stuff, and we wanted that, and especially because it was, there were 2 people that, and he was supposed to be such an awkward guy, but yet she was supposed to be the one she is the one that he feels the most comfortable with the first time, so there needed to be that comfort there, so that so that it rang If that makes sense.
Yeah, obviously. Ceiling's falling on us. That's perfect. And I tell you what, guys, for those that weren't lucky enough to be here for We Die Alone, where can we find out more about you? Website, social media, where can we find you?
Yes. Well, you can always go to WeDieAloneFilm.com, and the trailer and information about the cast and the production is there. And you can also go to Glass Cabin Films, which is our production company. And personally, you can go to, it's MC Photog, MCPHOTOG is my all of my social media handles.
Okay.
So yeah.
And at Baker Chase Powell on Instagram. You can follow me there.
Awesome.
Baker C. Powell on Twitter.
There you go. Make sure we find you. And now, obviously, this is 4 in the bucket for you. What's next? Obviously, there's a 5th. What's coming up around the corner?
Definitely want to do a feature next. I think shorts are really fun, but I think I love shorts. But you are doing that to practice and learn and build for that feature. And I feel like we're getting to a really good place, and we're working on some new projects.
That feature script that I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
Awesome. So. All right, and then we can find that on the social media sites that you just talked about.
Not yet. We're still in the development process.
So it's really it's real early.
Very new.
Okay. Yes. All right. Well, good. All right. Well, I tell you what, guys, thank you so much for joining us up here in the secret room here at Genre Blast. And maybe I'll let you find your way back out of here. But thank you again, guys. Make sure you follow these guys. Check out We Die Alone. Give them all kinds of support. And we'll get you guys back here to Genre Blast. And we're going to get you guys back to the show right here on Saturday Fright Theater. Every night. It's a frightful night when you're watching a movie. See you next time.
Oh, God. You kill her, too. Just like you killed my man. And he really loved me. Geraldine, he loved me.
You're upset, Allison. I think you better go to your room. I'll get you something to help you sleep.
No. I'm not going anywhere. You're not going to touch me. We know all about that sleep. Your little doctor bit's over. Yeah, that's right. I told Miss Beale. She knows.
What does she know? Does she know how I worked? How I trained? To be the best? And I could have been. Except for one insignificant lie. One mistake. I could have saved thousands. And I will. I'll help everyone. I'll help you, Allison. Hold out your arm.
And you told me she was a patient, too.
Give me your arm.
Don't you touch me with that. No!
You shouldn't have done that. I can't sleep now. I have to take care of my patients.
Operator. Why don't you work? It's no use. I can't find a way out. Everything's all right now.
Don't worry.
Oh, my God.
It's all right. What's happening? I told you. You don't have to worry about her anymore.
What have you done to her?
Don't worry about it. I've taken care of everything.
Ellison, you've got to tell me.
Doesn't really matter anymore, you know. I'm going away.
You're going away? What are you talking about?
He's taking me away. He still loves me, you know. He told me so. Wedding night.
Sam? Is there anybody in this room? Sergeant. Thank God it's you. Sergeant Javits,
2,300 hours. It'll be coming soon.
Sergeant, do you know what's happening here?
I have my orders.
Sergeant.
They're an addict in this building. Or an outside door.
We've got to get out of here.
They'll be coming soon. Go to your post.
I've been looking all over for you. Here.
What is it, Sam?
Dr. Stevens said you should read it.
What?
Take it, Miss Charlotte.
Dr. Stevens wrote this. Dr. Stevens is alive? Oh. How could you know that? Sam? Where is she?
Who?
The patient. Miss Beale.
She's got to get out of here.
Oh, no. No, she's sick. I've got to help her. I've got to find her.
It's too late. The trial has been held. The verdict is guilty.
Who are you to make a decision? I'm in charge. I'm the doctor here.
The court has made a decision. You are no longer in charge.
I am in charge. I am in charge! I've allowed you privileges and liberties. Even after what you did to Dr. Stevens, I let you keep your little toy.
Wouldn't take that away.
I'll take it away. I'll take it away. I'll lock you in your room. Where is she?
My name is Oliver W. Cameron.
Where is she?
Consult my name.
Tina's coming back.
Sam, Jeannie is insane. She's very sick, Sam. She's gonna kill me. She's gonna kill you. Sam, Jeannie doesn't love you anymore. She's gonna kill you.
You took my boat. You killed Dr. Stevens.
No, Sam, no.
You're bad.
No, Sam, no. No, Sam, no. Touch me, Sam. No, Sam.
Oh, Sam. Sam, she's so sick. So sick. We've got to help her, Sam. Go in and cut out the sickness and return her to innocence. Like you.
What do you want? What are you doing? I'm in charge here. I'm in charge here. And I tell you to go. Find the keys, and the downstairs windows are barred.
I'll show you, Miss Shawn. I'll show you. Come on.
Sam, come on! Come on, Sam, we're free! Sam, come on!
Mama. Mama. Mama.
Get out and never, come back.
Hey there, folks. Welcome back to Saturday Fright Theater. We're winding down here tonight at Genre Blast 4 in the Horror Pack Media Lounge, and I have got the masterminds behind it all right here. I've got Nathan and Chad, guys. Bravo, well done, amazing. Thank you guys so much. You guys, I'll do yourself every single year. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And I just can't thank you enough. This, number one, we'll just talk about this Horror Pack Media Lounge. This is pretty slick. So this is, it's, you know, I wanted to actually do something like this where we're kind of just sitting so the fans out there can see the, you know, just this amazing location.
The carpet.
I was going to say the carpet alone.
I mean, you can't beat the carpet. That's amazing. Great. Yeah.
So if you guys, I don't even know how you guys do it, but, you know, tell us a little bit about, you know, what it is that all goes into Genre Blast. I mean, you guys do so much. You guys, it's just absolutely amazing. Tell us a little bit about the folks out there, what they're missing, and why they should make a plan to be here next year for Genre Blast 5. We'll start with you, Nathan.
Well, if you ask the people to come here, this is the best film festival they've ever been to. That's not me saying it. That's the people that come here. We just do what we can do to make it a welcoming, fun environment to show your films off and to hang out with like-minded people, eat and drink and be merry, and that's pretty much it. There's no other reasons to have Genre Blast other than that. So people seem to like it. People like what we do, and they enjoy themselves. So we're happy about that.
And I think, you know, Chad, talk a little bit about, if you can, just the relationship that I think everybody has. You know, we were talking with individuals earlier, and there's literally formations start here at Genre Blast. Yeah. Everyone kind of gets together, and like you said, it's a filmmakers festival. It really is. I mean, it's laid back. You know, talk a little bit about maybe some of the movies that come through here, as far as how you guys judge them and look through them, and you know, just a little bit as far as what process that had, what takes.
Well, I mean, you know, mainly the feature films. Me and Nathan, we watch those. Me and him have a very similar taste in movies. It might be. He might give it 7 stars, and I might give it 6.5, or vice versa. But we're really close on the way we judge them. I'm kind of bigger into like the horror comedy genre stuff. He's into like the action and things like that. And we just, you know, we do it all on Film Freeway, and And the short films, we do, you know, pretty much do the same thing. We have a couple more people judging because we just get so many of them. So we usually outsource, and usually the people that we use are people that has submitted maybe like the previous year, and we really hit it off with them, and they're always just so happy to, you know, to get in there and give their thoughts on it and rate it, and that's what that's.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, and that's exactly it. And I think every year it just keeps getting more and more and more.
Oh, yeah.
And there's people are already talking about, you know, down in the lounge, not this particular lounge area, but in the actual lobby, they're already talking about, you know, the scuttles, like, what project are we going to start now? We've got until, you know, say June maybe to wrap everything up and get it submitted, so that they are submitting for Genre Blast 5 already. There's people literally already.
And that's what me and Nathan do. They come here and we're asking them, say, hey, what are you doing next? Make sure you submit it to Genre Blast. We want to see whatever you do. We
genuinely care about what people are working on next. It's not just about what can you do for us this year, what can you submit for us, and then send them on their way. We're invested in their careers just as much as they are. We want to see what they're working on. We want to see what they're planning on working on, what they might submit in the future. So we want them to keep tabs on them, and we want them to let us know what's going on. So.
Now, it is obviously, as talking about Genre Blast, we could probably sit here and I could ask you a million questions and pick your brains on it. But as filmmakers in your own rights, do you guys have anything right now? I mean, does this just take up all of your time, or are you guys trying to do anything right now? I mean, it's the fact that you would even have a life outside of this, the fact of how you guys put this festival on is just kudos to you guys. But do you have anything right now that you're working on other than festivals?
We got several shorts that we want to do, and then we got 2 features that we've been thinking about. But Nathan, he is a new dad, a 3-year-old and a 6-month-old. So,
Chad, do the math. she's almost a year old.
Okay.
6
That's
months.
True, right?
I thought you knew me, Chad. I thought you knew my family.
Anyway, he's a fairly new dad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, lots of time on you, and then, but you know, you also have a sister festival. We talked a little bit about it. So Chad, tell us. I know that's kind of your baby.
Yeah, it's Grindsploitation Film Festival. We kind of play. Well, here he runs this, and I'm kind of the sidekick. At Grindsploitation in Chattanooga, it's vice versa. I run that, and he's my sidekick at that.
Nice.
We're in year 2. We do. It's anything that's bizarre. It's got that WTF factor. Crazy action, extreme horror, and it's just, if anybody out there, you're a filmmaker, you got anything like that, please submit. We just, anything that's just where you shake your head, and I refer to it as we're the bad little misbehaving brother to Genre Blast. That's the way I've.
That's awesome. Yeah. Especially with some of the movies, like you'll have the WTF block, which is. I missed it this year, and I could just kick myself. But that's always one of my favorite blocks to actually look forward to.
It's my personal favorite block.
You never cease to amaze with what you can find and put into that block. Mm-hmm. So that's one block, and that's kind of sounds like what you're.
Everything we play is a WTF factor at Grindsploitation.
That's true.
And that's in where was that one?
At the Palace Theater. I'm gonna plug the Palace Theater. Okay. Rose Cox, she runs it. She is an amazing person. If you're ever in Chattanooga, Tennessee, look up the Palace Theater, please. Rose Cox, she's great. The venue is great. They do everything from play movies. They do plays. They do everything. Wow. It's a great place to go to. So,
that sounds amazing. So and I know, like I said, I got to see pictures last year, and that's in March. That's March 6th and 7th this year.
March 6th and 7th. It's a day and a half festival. Yes.
Right. So we'll make sure you check that out, and that's also on if they can find you on Film Freeway as well.
Yeah, it's Grindsploitation Film Freeway. Yep.
Sweet. So all right, well, I mean now you guys are hitting it up twice a year.
Yeah.
So that's
we're always busy.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, man. Again, I could sit here and chew your ears off, but it's the end of the day. As you can see, we kind of wanted to relax a little bit. Nathan came up here. He didn't know he was going to get interviewed. Sat in this chair, and I'm like, we're going to do it right here.
Accidental interview.
Those are my favorite. But anyway, again, thanks, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Eric.
Thanks for.
Thank you for doing it. I mean, you've always been here.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
You guys are the best. So thanks for joining us here tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the movie. We actually showed a movie tonight. It was Don't Look in the Basement.
I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
You've seen it, right?
1973's SF Browning.
I have. And then I think they've done a sequel.
They did. There was actually, there was.
I have.
So it's that was our movie tonight. So hopefully you folks enjoyed it and enjoyed the interviews.
Didn't his son direct the sequel?
Yes, his son. It was SF Browning was basically an independent filmmaker in the 70s and made 4 or 5 movies, and then his son wanted to pick up the mantle. So that was a little trivia right there, folks.
I think I'm gonna watch it again with a special interview.
Yes, exactly. So, folks, thank you so much for everything. Thanks to Genre Blast 4. Thanks to Alamo Drafthouse. Thanks to the Horror Pack Media Lounge. All the big thanks. All information can be found at SaturdayFrightTheater.com. All the links to tonight's interviews. It was fantastic. Thanks to them. And, folks, we're going to get out of here. So we'll see you next time on Saturday Fright Theater, where every night's a frightful night.
See
when
you
you're
2020.
watching. Woohoo!